Aita for telling my daughter it's okay to hold a grudge against her cousin who let her cat out 16 years ago. 16 years ago, my daughter and my nephew were both 9 and were being looked after by my sister, his mom. My nephew decided to let her cat out just to see her reaction and only confessed to it a day later. He found it very humorous, even while she was devastated after we weren't able to find the cat after days of searching. My sister was really apologetic and did her best to discipline him for it, but for reasons understandable to everyone, my immediate family never saw my nephew again. He was forced to apologize by his parents, which he made every effort to do as sarcastically as possible, and even after growing up, he never realized that what he did was anything other than a funny prank. From what I know of him, he's barely changed as an adult. Despite this, we didn't really blame my sister. She never defended his actions and tried to get him mental treatment as an adolescent too. I don't think she was a bad mother because her other 2 kids turned out fine. My daughter especially grew close to her when she moved to the same city where my daughter was in college. Both of them and my nephew all live and work there now. Just last week, my sister asked my daughter if she could move in with her for a few weeks or possibly months. My daughter agreed, but rescinded it when she realized why. My nephew, his girlfriend, and their 2 kids needed a place to stay after being evicted because of his girlfriend's illegal drug use. My sister offered to let them stay, but my nephew's girlfriend hates her, so they asked her to move out and let them stay there on their own, which she agreed to because the alternative is everyone, including the kids, ends up homeless. My daughter told my sister that it was an insane thing to agree to and tried to convince her to reconsider, but my sister was adamant that it was the only choice and she couldn't let the kids suffer for their parents' choices. Well, my daughter said if she wants to be taken advantage of, she can, but she, my daughter, is not going to be a party to it and has no intention of indirectly helping out my nephew after what he did to her cat all those years ago. Both of them called me after that. My sister to ask me to tell my daughter to give up her really old grudge and think of the children, and my daughter asking if she's making the right choice. I sided with my daughter and told my sister it would be best for everyone if she joined the rest of us in going no contact with my nephew, because he's always going to use his kids to manipulate her like this. But she thinks we're all wrong for letting his kids suffer due to who he is. So, AITA for telling my daughter it's okay to hold a grudge against her cousin who let her cat out 16 years ago?